All right, my fellas. So let's get some training in as far as making 150 to 250,000 a year, right? All right, let's get it. So show user is who I am. Show con name. I actually don't know what where I'm actually at, but let's see. All right. Oh, okay. So I'm in the RCL PDB, right? If I do select name from B dollar PDBS. It's going to show me that I'm here only. Why? Because I'm already inside the pluggable database. But if I was in the root, I'd be able to see everything. To do that, to connect directly to root, you would just do this. All right. Now, when I do this, now I can see everything. Okay. Now, if I want to go back here, or CLPDB, alter session set container equal to RCLPDB. Right. Okay. So once we do that, now I want to do select. I know there's a table called select star from HR. There's a table called that we created earlier, right? Okay. So now what I want to do now is sometimes this is very rare, but you need to know how to do this. Sometimes you may be tasked to rename the column names, right, of a table, right? So ID is a column name. So for instance, if I to know all the columns, describe HR dot right. These are all the column names right here, right here. ID, name, SSN, blah blah, and these are the data types. Make sense? Let's say I want to change this highlight to be hired, or I just want to change it to something else, right? I could do that, right? So now I'm introducing you guys to what we call DDLs, right? DDLs. So to do that, I just do an alter table, HR.dog, rename column to rename column, hired. I always get this wrong. Hire date to hire. Oh, okay, I didn't get it. Okay. So I've renamed this hire date to what? Something totally different. Hired. So now when I do describe dog, yay! You see that? That is completely different than aliases. I just want to make that clear, right? Aliases is totally different. Alias is temporary, right? But when you alter a table, right, that is permanent. What do I mean by that? Right? Okay. I could do this. Select ID and I can call it IDs name. I call it nombre. SSN social. Wait. You can say fat ass hired. I can say date of hire from HR.gov. You guys see that? What I'm showing you guys is if I just want to present it in a different way, I can present it in a different way, right? But this is temporary, right? Like, let's just say I just want to print out a document, but I want the headings to be different. I can do that, right? Just temporarily, right? By just giving aliases to something permanent. An alias is just like a proxy, right? It's not real, okay? But now when I go back and if I describe HR.dog, all right, this goes back to the permanent thing, which we already did. Make sense? Real simple. There's also another data type that's called Boolean, right? So I could do what? Alter table. I'm gonna show you how to make between It could be alter table hr.dog add column. Let's say gender. Boolean. I think that's how you spell Boolean. Okay. Alter add gender. I'll call this Boolean. How do you spell Boolean? So you can actually create a Boolean column like this, right? Good thing I pointed this out that it came to my mind, right? So you actually kind of have to do something different, right? So you have to do alter table hr. Right? Add, let's say gender, and then let's give it let's give it car one. The reason why I'm doing car one is because it's just going to be a yes or no, right? And then the default is yes. So that's how you do that, right? The default is going to be yes. So, for instance, if we hire Sam Smith, for instance, if this is a male, and by default it's going to be yes. But if we hire Jane Smith, the default is yes, then we got to make it no. Make sense? All right. So now when I do describe HR.dog, see this? All right. Spot one. All right. Make sense? So these are just some of the things that you need to learn as a DBA to make 150, 250K. These are just basic stuff, guys. I'm not even getting into the advanced stuff at all. I haven't even scratched the surface. But for you guys that want to make this kind of money, right? Obviously, we have a course, and I've shown you guys already. But yeah, guys, there's no if, ands, or buts about it, right? You need skills to meet the bills. You need skills to make more money. It's really that simple. Right? You don't have the skills, you're gonna be making excuses all your life, right? But guys, it's just hard. This is not hard at all. It's not hard at all. Another thing I want to show you guys is if I do this guy again. Ugh. If I do this, let's say I want to update this guy. I want to change this guy's name from John to Sam, right? I'll do what? Update HR.dog. Set name to equal to Sam, where name. Now watch this. If I just do this, see what happens. Now if I just select star from HR.dog, everybody's name is now Sam. You guys see that? Everybody's name is now Sam. I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll back. Remember why? Now, if I do this again, you can see everything goes back. The reason being is because I never what? Committed. I didn't commit, right? Okay. So now I want to do it again. I want to do this, but now I'm going to make it, I'm going to add a filter where name equals John. Okay, if I do this, what do you think is going to happen? Nothing's going to happen. Watch. See that? It's going to say 0 rows updated. See that? And if I do this again, see nothing changed. Why? Because I put John in what? Lowercase. But the way it's inside the database is uppercase. You guys see that? So the way the data is inside of the database is the way you got to put it in your what? After whatever literal sign. Right? So gotta do this. We gotta make this jump now. It'll work. See that one row updated? It's not quite complete until you do what? Commit to the task at hand. You got to commit. Now when I do this, boom, Sam is now the guy, right? And by default, everything is why, because I specifically said no. So if I want to change this gender for Sam to be no, I'll also do update HR.dog set gender to equal to no, where ID equals 2. See that? See what I just did? Instead of me typing where name equals Sam, I can just do what ID equals 2. It's a lot easier for me to do because there's only one ID that is equals to 2. Right? So I press enter. What do I do again? I commit. Real simple. Right? So now when I do this, boom. But it's saying that, guess what? The gender is now like Sam is a female and everybody else is a male. That's what that means. All right, guys. Short video. I just wanted to teach you guys so you guys can upgrade your skills. These are some of the questions that they might ask you in your DBA questions when you're going for your interviews. Guys, we haven't even scratched the surface, but I got to drag you along slowly, right? Or else you won't even understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, once we get deeper in this thing. All right, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Peace. Guys, I'll keep it short. So this is my site, clouduniversity.com. Been teaching for going on over 10 years. I teach people how to make 6 figures, right? It's really that simple. 6 figures. If you want to make 6 figures, boom, it is what it is, right? Now, we teach you all things as far as related to Oracle database administration. Look at all the courses. We have over 1,000 courses on there, right? But you can learn how to make 6 figures today. And yes, AI is here, but it's not. It's AI is actually dying. If you guys do your research, right? So there's still going to be need for humans to actually do the work, right? I'm not over here trying to teach you guys how to make $1 million. No, I just want to show you guys how to double your salary. So the average black man makes what, $42,000 a year. Cool. Well, I'm gonna teach you how to triple that. Simple enough. You make what, $20 an hour? I'm gonna show you how to make between 60 and $70 an hour after what, 3 months. How hard is that, right? So what you want to do is you want to go to clouduniversity.com, all right, and you want to click on the first. You want to click on the very first video that you guys see. I'm sorry, course that you guys see. This one right here. We have shorter videos. That are a little bit more tailored. This gives you everything, but then we have other courses, right? So we have Oracle and AWS for you guys that just want to learn Oracle and AWS. You can just learn that. But if you want the whole shebang, yep, it's right there, right? Now you may ask yourself, oh, why is it so expensive? Well, that it's relative, right? If you want to go back to college, that's going to cost you at least what, 100 to 200 grand with room on board, and that's going to take you 4 years. But with Cloud University, it's only going to take you 3 months, 3 short months, and you're making $70 an hour. I think it's a good deal. So, guys, hit the link in the description. Book a call on Calendly or whatever, and we can talk. We can sit down and we can talk for about 30 minutes and see whether or not we're a good fit. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Peace.